Hey everyone, it's me Orochi, and today I plan to do something different than I normally do. Normally I make guides and I review certain heroes, for example in Heroes of Storm, or I review maps. But lately I didn't have the ambition and just a feeling to create more guides and reviews. I wanted to do something different. And I thought by myself, like, how can I get rid of my negative energy and maybe entertain people with this instead of and turn it into positive energy, basically. So I've been playing a lot of Diablo 3 lately. Season 4 has started, and it's for now the most fun season I've ever played of Diablo. And during this Diablo 3, I'm doing a lot of times Greater Rifts. So let me go ahead and get into the game. Doing these Greater Rifts, basically I'm just leveling gems up, or I'm pushing the boundaries of my character, basically, seeing how high I can get without dying too much, and making it in time. But a lot of time it's basically on autopilot, just killing hordes of demons and hellspawn and you name it. And that got me thinking, like, most of the time I'm just going over what happened to me during the last day or during the last week. And especially a lot of stupid shit then comes up, basically, that I'm just ranting about in my mind. Like, how can people be so fucking dumb? And I thought, like, hey, maybe that's actually funny to have something to watch on the screen that I'm doing a Greater Rift. So I'm actually turning my negative energy into something positive by creating some fun content. Hopefully people like it, and then I will continue making more. I'll first make a few to see how it's going. Yeah. What I wanted to talk about today was something that caught me on television during a news bulletin, news journal. And it was about this province in the Netherlands. And they were like, okay, we have this law. This law says that there may not be objects next to a road between 4 and 6 meters next to the road. So this means like trees, certain walls, rocks, objects, basically. There needs to be 4 to 6 meters distance between them, because if someone gets off the road, then they won't immediately hit a tree or a brick wall or whatever. So okay, that sounds really good, that they are actually thinking about safety of people. But now their plan is to actually cut down 6,000 trees in this province alone. So they're like the first province that actually wants to do something with this legislation. And there are of course a lot of people now saying, like, what the fuck, 6,000 trees, that's a lot of trees. Like, how many people are we actually saving with cutting down 6,000 trees? Now, they gave us some numbers, and the numbers were 200 people die every year in the Netherlands. So that's not only in the province, what we're talking about is in the entirety of the Netherlands. 200 people die, I mean. And from those 200 people, 42% dies because they get off the road and hit an object. So this means that from the 42%, from the 200, that is 84 people every year that die by hitting an object in the entirety of Holland. This object is not necessarily a tree. This could also be a lightning pole or a traffic light, or it could be a brick wall, like I said, it could be a rock, could be anything else. So let's assume that in the worst case scenario, 75% of 84 people would hit a tree and die. Yeah? That basically means that we are left with, let's see, that is I have to calculate quick in my mind. 84 times 1.75. 0.75 I mean. Oh well. There's 20. 21, yeah, 21 times 3. So we're with 63 people left. 63 people die because they hit a tree. That's the worst case scenario, basically. But that's in the entirety of Holland, so we have to divide this number through 11 because we have 11 provinces. So, and actually the province that we're talking about is the more populated province, so it's not entirely true that that we can divide it through 11. But yeah, let's make it 6. 6 people die then in that province. 6, 7. Let's make it 7. For argument's sake, let's make 7 people die every year in that province because they hit a tree. Yeah. Now, then we have to know actually why did they get off the road? Why did they actually get to hit a tree? Like, we're now trying to cure the end cause by removing the trees, and for all I care we even create a fucking 4 to 6 meters gravel pad, and we create an extra wall of flat tires that people can crash into like they do with the Formula 1 car racings. I don't care, but yeah, we're talking about 6 people a year, and why did those 6 people get off the road to begin with to actually hit that tree? Now, I can think of a few reasons. One would be a person is just driving too hard. That simple. So, but then again, like, if that person is driving too hard and he actually hits the tree and dies, who is to blame? I don't know. Person who drove too hard, right? Same argument, like a person that is inexperienced, that will get off the road and loses control over the steering wheel. Yeah. Also, like, he shouldn't have been driving. He's inexperienced. He shouldn't have been driving that fast there, or he shouldn't have been driving in a certain situation that was just, yeah, he shouldn't have been in. Like, he's inexperienced, so he should be a bit more careful, you know? Like, there's a reason why most young people get in most car accidents. Most car accidents happen between the age of 18 and 25. That's age category. Like, there's a reason for it, because they're inexperienced and because they just don't see certain dangerous situations appear in time. They just don't recognize it. So again, it's the driver's fault. It's not the tree's fault. What could it be else? Intoxications, drugs, alcohol. But then again, whose fault is it? Driver's fault, not the tree. Tree is not intoxicated. Tree is not just wobbling over the fucking road and smashing into your car. No. Okay. Next thing, what could have been? Sleepiness. Person is sleepy and falls asleep behind the steering wheel, and yeah, then yeah, crashes off the road into a tree. Again, why would that be the tree's fault? It's again the person's fault that is driving. Last reason could be, for example, a medical condition. So a person gets an epileptic attack. It needs to be an acute medical condition, basically. So one moment you're feeling completely healthy, and the next moment you're so ill that you cannot control your car anymore. You crash off the road and crash into a tree. So medical condition, there's only a few that could actually cause this, like a stroke, a heart attack, an epileptic attack. Now, people that are known to have any of these conditions are already by law denied to have a driver's license. They cannot have a driver's license. So it must be an unknown condition, an unknown acute condition out of nowhere, that this person is so ill that he cannot drive. And it needs to be then most likely a stroke, epileptic attack, or yeah, a heart attack. So basically epileptic attack, let's forget about that one, because most of the time people will have in their youth already epileptic attacks, so they are known to have the condition, then they are not allowed to have a driver's license, so they are kind of out of the picture already. It would be really weird, and a really weird case that someone would out of nowhere on an older age get an epileptic attack for the very first time while he's driving a car. So it must be then a heart attack or stroke, most likely. And then you can ask yourself, like, okay, so if this person then had a heart attack or a stroke, and he actually did not hit the tree, he didn't die immediately by hitting the tree, he would survive, he would be found in the car by ambulance personnel, for example, or someone that has a medical degree or whatever, that he can actually perform CPR. So this person then will perform CPR on this driver. And then if you look at the statistics, 5% of every CPR that is done ever is successful. And with successful will mean the person did not die, it was not too late, and the person is actually alive. But this still means also that this person is alive with maybe a lot of health problems. Like, you can imagine that when you have actually not enough oxygen for a while to your brain, that you get motoric problems, you get speech problems. Your muscles just don't function that well anymore because they're not getting the information from the brain anymore, because the brain is damaged because they didn't get enough oxygen in a while. So from that 5% that is left, that actually does survive the reanimation, the CPR, another, most likely 80% just has serious problems afterwards, will never be able to drive again. So in the end, we're talking about, I calculated, we're talking about saving one person in the next 25 years from a car accident, that an innocent person, because all the other people actually deserved to actually get off the road, and they didn't deserve to die, don't get me wrong with that, they didn't deserve to die, but they deserved to just get off the road and get into a car accident because they have been driving reckless. So I do not wish anyone that, and I do not wish people to die because of this, but to literally cut down 6,000 trees to save one person, one innocent person in the next 25 years is just, it's just mind-boggling to me. I'm like, wow, why would we even do that? Like, just sorry, but all the others, all the other 299 people, no, like, actually it's even more. It's like next 25 times 200 people every year. So it's an insane amount of people that are just driving reckless. They're text messaging behind the steering wheel, they're calling people, they have to react to that Twitter, they have to react to Facebook posts, and I'm like, just keep your mind at what you're doing when you're driving a car, and don't try to fucking cut down trees to save people that are idiots behind the steering wheel. Like, that is just stupid. It is just beyond me to actually, I just cannot understand it. The first thing I was taught when I was getting my driver's license, I was picked up by my driver's instructor, and the first thing he asked was like, "Hey, how are you doing? Like, how's it going?" So, well, a bit nervous, of course. First time I'm having my my driver's lessons, so first time I'm gonna step behind the car wheel. And okay, did you sleep well? Yeah, I slept well. Like nothing, just some healthy nerves. Oh, okay. Now, well, then you can sit behind the steering wheel, because if you were not feeling 100% healthy and 100%, if you didn't feel 100% well, I would not place you behind the steering wheel, because that's irresponsible. It's that simple. Now, and that's basically what you should always do when you step behind the car wheel. You should think by yourself, am I tired? No? Okay. Did I have any alcohol? Or did I have any drugs? No? Okay. Am I stressed? Am I in a hurry? Do I need to be somewhere really fast? You know? Yes? Okay, then I need to reschedule my appointment. Then I am less stressed. I can actually focus on my driving. Do I feel healthy? Like, do I feel well? Is my body, do I feel weird? Do I feel tingly fingertips or tingly toes? You know, like, do I feel something off? Don't drive. It's that simple. Just don't fucking drive. Jesus. No. Instead of just doing that simple exercise, let's cut down 6,000 trees to save one person in the next 25 years. Like, okay. So that was it. My first Greater Rift ranting. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then yeah, please comment, dislike. If you did, then like the video, and please give me your ideas about it. Also, you can comment, of course, about my thought process if you think something different about it, if you actually do agree, maybe with cutting down 6,000 trees, maybe you're like, okay, but we do save people, we do save one person every 25 years, I think that's meaningful. Could be, okay, I just don't agree with that, but you can, of course, post it. Thanks for watching, and maybe to next time.